Good morning, everyone. I think it's day 8 for our 21 day reset and reboot. And thank you if you're still coming to listen to these words and feel the energy, because my feeling is it's like I envision us all sitting in one big circle. So imagine that all of us right now, we're sitting in a big circle, gathered around to share energy, share time, and share space. So this morning I had this thought that I really wanted to come on with being in my pajamas and, just hair straight, no makeup, and because I know that's what's happening to a lot of you at home, but I chickened out and didn't have the nerve. But it brought up a whole topic, a whole new topic to me, which we'll get to in a moment. And I thought that would be funny. It would bring some laughter to everything, and it would be fun. But anyways, I'm going to start by using some of my oils. Ben, don't you dare start barking. He's looking out the window. Believe, because that's where we're at right now. We need to keep, the longer this goes on with everything, the more we need to believe that we can heal, we can come together as a population, as humanity, we can end our differences. So I like to put it in my hands, breathe it in, and this is for any of the oils, and just kind of put it over into my energy field as Ben jumps down because he hates the oils. Because watch your animals, because they do not like the smell of oils, that's for sure. And then I breathe it in. Okay, and then it goes into the part of the brain that helps us open up and send the messages in. So this particular combination is Believe from Young Living, and then Highest Potential. I was guided to use that as well. This one I'm going to put on both of my wrists and put them together and go in my energy field as well. And the good thing about good essential oils is that it doesn't just wash off, it goes deeper in. So these are good. Believe and Highest Potential. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about is the power of illusion. So as I started to say about us, that I wanted to come out sitting in my pajamas and, no makeup, no nothing, and be in that place, I'm sure many of you are right there. Many of you probably have been in your pajamas for days because you don't have to go anywhere if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, quarantining, self-quarantining. And what is that part of us that makes us feel like, okay, this is who I am normally when we're stripped down, but that's not good enough. And we have to go out in the world all dolled up, so to speak. I've got to curl my hair with the curling iron. I've got to throw on lipstick, makeup, whatever. What happens when we start to strip ourselves from all of this? And it really made me think, because I was thinking about the pajama thing, and I was thinking about, there is a real part of us that is deep down inside, our soul part, who we really are as a God self, or whatever you want to call it, our real self, our authentic self. And it really doesn't matter how long our lashes are. It doesn't matter how, our hair looks, whether we have gray hair or whether we have white hair or whether we dye our hair. And it made me think about everything that's going on right now with people not being able to get to the hairdressers or get their nails done or get pedicures. And to all you guys out there, I'm sorry you have to listen to this, but it's true, right? What's going to happen? There was a joke going around on Facebook like, oh, we'll see the real color of everybody's hair after so many weeks. And what's so bad about that? Okay, now believe me, I like to look good as much as everyone else. But my real self has to shine right now, just like every one of you. This is about your real self shining, not what we pretend or portray to be. This one that has a perfect everything. Obviously, I don't. But when I start looking at the things that really matter, it's what's deep inside of us. It's our heart energy. It's our love. It's our natural instinct to help others. It's not natural instinct to get in a place of lack or fear where I want to take the last loaf of bread from you. That is crazy. And so, continuing on the theme of really walking your talk and really knowing that we've trained for this at some level, any one of you who are watching this in particular has trained, or you wouldn't be attracted to the energy that's going out through me from spirit right now. You wouldn't want to hear the messages or whatever. And I spoke yesterday about the light going into all those dark places. And here it is again. I will keep these candles going for as long as I have candles. And just imagining and sensing the light. And what happens when all of us look at the light and it grows, or it appears that the flame grows brighter. I've been doing so much, as I've told you, that last night I was completely exhausted. And for a lot of reasons. We've been having problems, technical difficulties, trying to get this shortened and uploaded and all of that. And with everybody else on the computers, on the internet, it's been near impossible. What would take 30 seconds now is taking 2.5 hours. And yet I'm determined that I'm going to get these done and get them out to you, because that's what Spirit asked me to do, and that feels right to me. But we have to hold the faith. And my point was that last night I was so tired from going in and out of everybody's energy when I'm reading and feeling everybody else's stuff. Not that I don't have my own. I'm not excusing myself from that. But that I found I've had to clear myself twice a day now, where I normally do it once a day. I'm doing it twice a day. And I'm taking responsibility for what has to happen. So my feeling is, if I'm not in a good place, how can I hold the light for myself, my family, my neighborhood, my community, and my tribe, which is all of you? I can't. So today I had to cancel some appointments because I started having this horrific headache, and I knew I wouldn't be my best self if I didn't stop, rest, and regroup. So there I am today, resting and going to regroup after this, because it's my job that if I don't, then I can't hold the light. The same as it is for each one of you. If you don't get your rest, if you don't get some kind of exercise, even if it's you sitting on the floor and stretching or doing whatever, then you're not going to be your best self to be able to hold the light with everything else. And the longer the days go on that we're quarantined, I would imagine that we'll really be challenged to holding our energy. So the first thing is holding who you are. Get back to who you are. And the only way you're going to do that is through joining with others, even if it's on the phone or this way, meditating, having quiet time. If you're home with a bunch of kids, go in a room and shut the door for 10 minutes. And be in that place of allowing yourself to take a breath. And breathing is one of the best ways to reset the nervous system. So there doesn't have to be any kind of formal anything. Just taking a moment to really breathe in and hold it for like 8 counts. And breathe out. And what I do is I envision a color. Bring a color that I love coming in, and I breathe out anything, any stress, anything that I no longer need. Okay? So the other thing is, when we talk about illusion, we don't know what's real right now in the world, what's going on and what isn't. Yes, the virus is real, but beyond that, we don't know what else is going on. And, with us being in an election year and the economy that we're worried about and all of this, who knows? And so what we need to do is to recognize that there's always an outer layer of something, just like us, what I said before. We have our real, authentic self underneath, and then we have the many different aspects that we put on. It's like putting a different face on. We put our makeup on. Like putting a different headpiece on. We dye our hair or whatever. And we do these things because truly we want to feel better about ourselves, and we want to feel better about the way people see us. But at the end of the day, when all of this is stripped off and you're ready to go to bed at night, that's the real you. Just like us, the outer shell and the inner shell. So what I'm asking you to do is to get in touch with the real part of you that's in here, the part of you that's stripped down at the end of the day from everything else, when you can just be that humble spirit that you are and say a prayer for the whole world, or light a candle for the whole world. When people get in scarcity, the first thing they think of is me, my, and I. How can I take care of myself and my family? And I understand with that mentality, but guess what? There's a bigger family operating here, and it's all of us. So if we want to survive, not only survive, thrive, I should say, if we want to thrive in what we're trying to create, then that's where we need to be. And right now, that's where we need to be. Hold the light. And they're giving me an image right now. When you go to a concert and you light the lighter and you're waving it back and forth, have that image that we're all lighting our flame and it goes clear across the world, and everybody is holding space for that light to come back in, and for the light to come in sooner than later. And that is what's important. So beyond the illusion of who I am, as Brenda, who I think I am as Brenda, in the archetypal suit I put on every day of this is who I am. Long before I did any of this work, this was who I was. I was always somebody that was loving and loved people. And this just amplifies it more. Well, each one of you have that same piece of you. And I'm calling forth, by holding the light, more of that energy to come forward, for you to extend it through the whole world. So this is important. And I hope you got what I was trying to say today, because it is very important. Okay, so the cards for today, very interesting. I asked which ones wanted to come. The first one is a set of dog cards, Divine Dog Wisdom cards by Randy Croucher and Barb Horn. And I always ask the same thing. What is the message for the collective at this time? And interesting enough, it's give thanks, gratitude. Let me show you this great card. And what is the dog doing? Smelling the flowers. So this is a little long, but what it means if you fetch this card today, it means this is the perfect time to stop and smell the roses, count your blessings, and give thanks for those things that have filled your bowl in life. Perhaps you've been temporarily forgotten what a gift life is and what others have given to make your life that much richer. Maybe you unknowingly have taken someone for granted at work or play, or someone you encounter during the course of your busy day. Though gratitude is something you may feel, how often do you express it or share it out loud? We can be filled up as much or more than others when we sincerely sing someone's praises, compliment them, or take time out to acknowledge what they've meant to us as we trot down the path of life. Gratitude is the backbone of life that grows and appreciates over time. To appreciate means literally to add to something, to increase that which we want. And there it is. What was I just saying? What do you want to grow now or build upon and increase in your life? You can powerfully begin going down that path, averting many a hole and obstacle when you look at and are grateful for the part of the path you've already been shown and those who have shown it to you. Your ancestors, your relatives, and your current relationships have all played a part in making you who you are, playing important roles in reaching the lessons you've learned and continuing to learn. You can always find something to be grateful for in your lineage and pedigree. If that's too difficult, then for the moment, keep it simple. The air you breathe, the water you lap up, the food you devour, the sky above, and the earth beneath you, beneath your paws, are all easy catches when it comes to finding something to be grateful for. And then they give you advice, another bone to chew on. When you circle around and make your bed at night, give thanks for 3 things in your life today and 3 things you appreciate about today. And when you wake up, decide what you will be extra grateful for throughout the day. Tell the mail carrier, a neighbor, or a stranger at the dog park something you're grateful for about their service to you and others, or simply thank them just for being there. At family gatherings, in work situations, in challenging environments, or working with difficult people, find something you're grateful for in a place of or in addition to something they could improve. Dig for that bone of gratitude. Don't leave it buried where no one can see or enjoy it. I love that. That is so great. So everything we've already talked about. The next card is from Yasmin Bolin, Moonology. And it's a picture of the glyph for Aries. And it's new moon in Aries. And it says, it's time to take action. Beautiful picture on this. It says, oh God, you would think that I staged this I did not read these first. The first sentence is, the flame is lit. A wonderful new start beckons and you're on the right track. Drawing this card is superbly positive sign if there is something you want to happen in your life. Take this card as a big yes from the universe. This is a time to really tune into your dreams. You may still have a long way to go, but you're on your way. Determination, self-assertion, and bravery are called for. But the hot fire of Aries is driving you towards success in whatever endeavor you're asking about. Caution, don't go too fast and forget your manners. Treat people well as you charge towards your goals. You'll create much better karma for yourself. And it says a message, don't even think about giving up. Do your best and be happy with it. Avoid being brash right now. Get a plan. So this is wonderful. It's all saying that, it's not saying, okay, go out and have a party because everything's ending. It's like, no, we are making our decision moment to moment. Next deck is by Rebecca Campbell. Inner Temple, Devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. I just love how these all equal exactly what we've talked about. You are being called to be a devoted student and tune into your heart, to incorporate true devotion in your life. You could be called to develop a regular meditation, journaling, or chanting practice, or to show up to your soul with rhythm, to develop a daily practice where you fill up your well and spend time with your soul. All of the answers to all of the questions that you are seeking are waiting for you in the portal of your heart. But you cannot hear them unless you carve out time each day to listen. Your soul is yearning for a deeper relationship with you, and so the more time you spend with it and show up to it, the more it will clearly guide you. We are here to grow as souls. Earth is one big playground for the soul to learn. and you are being called to go deeper in your soul growth or to increase your devotion by being a student of a lineage or a spiritual teacher. If you already have been a committed student, then you are being commended for your devotion. Your guides want you to know how proud they are and that the time you spend in devotion is priceless. If you are questioning your career or life path, your guides want you to turn your focus inner towards devotion and prayer. Please use me. Here's a beautiful affirmation. Please use me in a way that delights my mind, body, and soul. May my life be one big moving prayer. Oh, I love that. So where that takes me to, certainly we've already talked about gratitude and being grateful for even this experience that we've been able to stop and reset. And that it's time to take action. Start preparing. When we got the big green light, what are you going to be doing then? So everything is here. And then devotion. I love that word. Devotion is a beautiful word. So devotion says, be devoted to yourself and go from there. So there it is. There it is. We're going to just put out as an end piece a little prayer, and we will move on to our day. So again, Archangel Michael here. I call in all the legions of light. I call in Uriel, Gabriel, Raphael. I call in Michael. I call in Metatron, Melchizedek, and all the great beings of light. I know that you're helping us to heal what has happened to this earth and all its peoples, and I believe that. So I ask you to put protection around each one of us, protection from our mind that just wants to continuously come up with chatter that isn't true or fear. Allow us to really go into our heart space and feel the love and allow it to go out to touch all those that we touch in one way or another. And I ask that this be our prayer for today, to reach all of you out there. And I'm just going to end with one thing. God bless all of you and be well.